Thom and I sat down and did a long-form interview. It was about corporate personhood and about the arc of Supreme Court precedent on corporate power that I think is so much more important now that we see the direction of the Supreme Court. If you look at George Will, who's no Trump fan, has said, well, Trump's going to have lasting negative impact on the Republican Party. We need judges who will overturn publicly supported and popularly voted upon items, and praised the Lochner era of the last century when the court was throwing out social welfare legislation and very nearly led to the expansion of the court from 9 to 12 under Franklin Delano Roosevelt. That idea, the Nancy McLean idea, let's call it the Koch brothers idea, Nancy McLean calling it out in her book, Democracy in Chains, that the big game since Brown versus Board of Education has been to control the federal judiciary, control Article 3, because it can trump Article 1. I use the word on purpose, because the federal courts can trump what Congress does. And yeah, during a couple decades, the Federalist Society was built saying, oh, we need to be strict constructionists and judges shouldn't be activists. What they actually meant was government should not be an activist in order to make people's lives better. And we should use whatever tool we can to limit that. If judges are using the power of the federal government to try to bend the arc of history towards justice around a woman's right to choose and around desegregating schools, then we've got to hobble judges. If Congress is using its powers to combat climate change, to open up democracy, to protect the middle class, to regulate nefarious conduct by large financial organizations, well, we've got to block that, and we can block that with judges. That's not me talking. That is George Will talking. Understanding the primacy, the importance of the federal judiciary, and understanding the movement, so much attention we spend to the occupant of the White House. Like cats with laser beams. He tweets and he says, hey, look at that. What happened over there? Oh, yeah, something over there. But this has not been a random or scattered movement. This has been an onward, inexorable, step-by-step move for 50 years now to be able to trump popularly elected social welfare and environmentally protective legislation. That's the game. And you can do that with the courts, and now they got them. 85% of Trump-appointed judges are Federalist Society members. $250 million has been spent to identify them, vet, and confirm them. There is no financial pool on the other side, on any opposing side. There's not a two-side Democratic fight, to be clear. There is a movement that has been better funded than any propaganda movement in the history of the world. It's taken over the country, and now it has taken over the federal judiciary.